Thank you guys for having me. My name is Bobby Swire. I'm a business education teacher, teach personal finance over at the 9th grade center. I'm also the DECA advisor. I just wanted to kind of just briefly talk about DECA since it's in our school and we kind of brought it here about 5 years ago when I got here. It was something I saw from my previous education spot. And DECA stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America. Everybody in DECA thinks the acronym is that description is kind of old and so forth, but it's really preparing emerging leaders and entrepreneurs for the real world and so forth. Stuff of what we do, we go to a 76ers marketing career day where the students kind of get to hear from advisors and people in the 76ers organization, what they do in the marketing, accounting, finance departments. We get to do kind of a case study, which is like a mini role play or interview scenarios, kind of a practice down there with some of the people in their business department. And obviously get to tour the link and one of the facilities down there, whatever we choose. But it's a great way to kind of prepare kids to get into these district competitions, state competitions, and again, just an opportunity to connect at that level and kind of see what's done in the marketing world from a sports perspective. Our district competition is at DeSales University. And again, what DECA is, it allows students to compete in a category of their choice. And it allows them to take a test, but also do a role play, or what they call it, an interview situation. And honestly, the first time I've ever seen it, it's shocking to think that these students are up there providing and going through like a real life situation, interviews and case studies, and how they would handle a situation in the business world. So it's pretty cool when you kind of get to step back and see it from my perspective. But there's districts, and then states is at Hershey, PA, where it's a 3-day event. And again, you're 15, 16, 17 years old, and you're expected to get up, be at the times you're supposed to be at the competition, listening to the guest speakers that are up there. And it's very like a business conference, and the professionalism that Springford students have is phenomenal. And then the last is the national competition, which this year is in Orlando, Florida, and we'll be sending down 3 students for that. So the start started about 2018, and you could see from there, we went from 44 students to we're at 170, and it's something that I just continue to think will grow, and it offers scholarship opportunities, and really just an opportunity for students to connect and meet multiple different people. So these are some numbers. I think this was emailed to you guys, but just over the course of the past couple years, and every time we go to states in Hershey, I think last year we were 9th. We're the 6th largest DECA chapter in PA out of over 90 schools, which is it's pretty cool to kind of see the kids coming back and continuing to grow this organization, this club here. This is a little darker of a picture. It's hard to zoom out with as many kids as we had, but everybody's dressed very professional, and this is before we went to DeSales University, which is a day trip. I'm not going to play this video because I seem to be wearing the same tie in the video, so it's a little embarrassing. And then the 76ers marketing trip, again, just a great opportunity for students to kind of see what it's like in the business world from a sports marketing perspective. This is at DeSales, a bunch of district winners, which I've emailed out. And these are a couple of people that will speak right here on our states and stuff. But I guess the biggest thing I like about DECA is just the opportunity to connect with multiple people. I've had people who've met their roommates from Erie, Pennsylvania at Hershey. I've had people who've connected with guest speakers who've reached back out to them via social media and are still talking to them today for opportunities in the future with internships and things like that. And I guess the scholarships that students can apply for and win is phenomenal. So I just have a couple students that are just going to state their name and what they got out of it. But I just want to thank you for your time and just kind of briefly wanted to introduce what DECA is all about.
Hello, my name is Tarneet Singh, and I'm currently the junior class president here at Springford. I've been a part of DECA for about 3 years now, and this year I placed first at the district level, third at the state level, and qualified for the International Career Development Conference next week in Orlando. From DECA, I've not only taken away the technical aspects of marketing, which is the field that I specialize in within DECA, I've learned about how to analyze a company and how to take away their strengths and weaknesses within the company's macro environment, but I've also learned lifelong skills that I will be taking with me from this club. I've learned how to convey myself in an interview and how to really present myself when I'm speaking to my superiors. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Srenia Nantapuntal. I'm a junior here at Springford and a participant in DECA's Entrepreneurship Startup Business Plan event. I've done DECA. This is my first year here. And last month at States, I won 3rd place in the Entrepreneurship Startup Business Plan event, going to nationals next week. Now, DECA has allowed me to experiment with different events and gain different valuable skills. It's provided me with a large plethora of possible opportunities in business, finance, and entrepreneurship. And this has allowed me to hone my communication and problem-solving skills. Through DECA, I've learned how to manage financials, explore the market, and most importantly, make connections with like-minded people heading to the same path as I am. These fun and educational and professional trips to districts, states, and international competitions have provided me with essential life skills beyond the world of business. Now, I believe DECA is essential for all students of Springford, regardless of their age level or whatever career path they're going to choose. It makes up for the skills that are not necessarily taught in our classrooms and helps students learn more about themselves for college and beyond. I want to thank you for the opportunity for me to speak here and for the opportunity for all of us to learn more with DECA.
Hi, I'm Hannah Kaufman, and I am a sophomore at Springford. I've been in DECA since my freshman year, and although I didn't really place my freshman year, this past year at districts, I won first for my category, highest test score, and highest role play. And throughout DECA, I have learned a lot of skills that I really have not had the opportunity to learn anywhere else. I've learned so much about networking, just communication skills, and I really love that I have this opportunity to do this because I don't think that I would have anywhere else to kind of learn those skills that I'm going to use for the rest of my life.
So thank you again for taking the time to listen to some of these students. And again, it provides such a variety when you get to go to these competitions with students and things they participate in. And I watched some of our students at States, and I kind of peeked through the curtain to kind of, I'm not really supposed to, but I just want to see how the kids are doing and the interview aspect of it. And it's phenomenal just to see how they interact. And I appreciate these kids coming here tonight. But if you have any more other questions about it, please feel free to reach out. There's a whole website with DECA. But thank you for your time letting us speak here tonight.
I just have one comment. I
Yes.
think the presentation was simply outstanding, completely outstanding. And as the finance chair, I want to put more money into DECA. Thank you.
I also have a quick comment. So I was a participant of DECA in the past, and I really think it's an amazing experience. Mr. Swire does an excellent job running the club, and it's just a lot of fun and a great learning experience for all students. And I do recommend that we put more money behind it.
Thank you, Arhan. Yes, so thank you, Mr. Swire and students for coming up to the podium. I can't echo Mr. Jackson and Mr. Call's comments enough that very impressive, and I think it really speaks volumes when you think about what it takes to succeed post-graduation, right? Of course, academics is a huge part of it, but more and more, and I know I'm in, routinely in interviews and bringing on new hires into our, the company that I work for, but more and more, the focus is on communication skills, collaboration, public speaking. You think about those softer skills that sometimes you don't have the opportunity to practice. I think that your club, giving our students the opportunity to prepare to present themselves where post-graduation is huge, so thank you. And I'm curious, Mr. Swire, given the exponential growth in this club, I think it was the last 2 years we've seen some pretty significant numbers. Do you foresee, are you doing this all on your own at this point in terms of advising the club?
Yes, so I'm the one that's doing it, but I have a couple chaperones or other teachers that help out with when we go on these trips. But obviously growing this, I'm trying to figure out ways that I can have other people involved or help out, me being over the 9th grade center, trying to get here and there. So I do talk a lot about this in my class with students, but that is starting to become something I'm trying to figure out of how I can be in both places or have somebody else on board as well as another advisor and so forth, so.
Well, certainly please keep us posted, and Mr. Rizzo, if there's anything that we can do to help support, let the board know. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Any other questions or comments from the board?